Alright, I want to show you how to recreate a logo using Corel Draw. The version I'm using is Corel Draw 19, 2019. I'm using a pen tool. I'm going to draw a very quick drawing just by clicking on the corners. This is when you need to recreate a logo. Okay, there are other ways you can do this, and you can also just use a circle here. Okay, zoom in using your mouse wheel to see better. Now when it comes to this here, you judge it if this side is exactly the same as this side and this side and so on. So I'm going to create only one side. Alright, so basically I'm just going to click here, click there, and zoom in, and click right there, and then I'm going to pull it over to right here, where you see that circle next to the icon. It means it'll connect there. See? Okay, now I'm going to come to this tool, the shape tool, F10. I click here. I'm going to select the whole thing by group selecting, dragging the mouse diagonally from left to right downwards. Okay, so I can select all of these nodes here, 1, 2, 3, 4 nodes, and then what it'll do is it'll select the whole shape, and it'll give me these options here at the top. And then this is the one I'm looking for, convert to curves. Alright, I select this one. What that does is when if I want to bend the shape and turn it into a curve, I can do it like this. Now let me undo, okay, to before when I selected this and try to do the same thing. Select this, and this is what happens. You see, it doesn't bend. So in order for that to happen, I'm going to undo Control Z on my keyboard, and then I'm going to select it again, select the whole thing, and then I'm going to convert it into a curve, click outside, and then click again on the line, and then I'm going to drag it somewhere here, and then look at what it does. It creates a very nice curve, and that's what we are looking for. So we can also move this a little bit higher. We can adjust this shape if we like, move this a little higher as well, move this a little more like that, and this one right here. Alright, so what do we have now? We have this shape that looks like the one underneath it, which is what we want to do. And now we go back to the pick tool, and I can simply just press on my keyboard Control D to duplicate, so that I have two of these shapes now, and then drag this one, and then on the node down here I can just resize it by dragging down, and you see it's not exactly the same shape, but it's not a problem. I can go back to the shape tool, click on the shape tool, and move that node upward, and this one more to that, and then simply just tweak it a little bit so that it is in alignment with the original shape. Now we just do that and do that, and a little more to that side there. And what do we have? We have something that is pleasing. Okay, so we're just going to do the same thing, Control D to duplicate, and we're going to drag it down here again. See, alright. And then we are just going to select it, double click inside, 1, 2, and then it changes it. It's as if we selected this tool here. And then we just drag the little node down here, and then voila, we have the same shape again. So we just little tweaks here and there, and voila, we've got that particular shape there down there. So now we have created the side 1, 2, 3 shapes over here. What we want to do is simply just duplicate these two, 1, 2, and then Control D, and then come over here to the top. You will see there's a mirror horizontally, so that's the tool we're looking for. We click that, it creates a mirror. Okay, it duplicates those. We've already duplicated them using Control D on our keyboard. Now we are going to click on the Shift button and click on it and hold while we drag towards the right. Click Shift after you've already started dragging it. Okay, voila. So what we have now, we have these little pointy corners here. That's not something to worry much about. we will notice that there's two different colors, but we're not going to do it like that because I'm not really trying to create the exact same logo. Now I want you to pay attention to this particular section here. We can use this shape here to create this over here, make it longer, it's fine, and then create it again using the same tool, but to try and recreate that one. How do we make the corners, little rounded edges, rounded corners here? That's easy. You come here to the shape tool, and then you click on one of the corners and just do that, and voila, you know. But I'm a perfectionist, so I like my things to be aligned. If you notice that this side here is bigger than this side, so I want it to be centered. So how do I do that? Easy. I just select the tool that I want to align to the shape that I want to align it to, rather the shape to the shape, right? Okay, so to this shape, and then I'm going to press on my keyboard the letter C, just the letter C, not Control C, not Alt C, just the letter C while both of them are selected, and voila. Okay, so it's centered now, which is what I want. Awesome. Now notice that this object here is separate, this one is separate, and this one is separate. So undo, undo, undo. I want them all to be one object, so all of them are going to be one object. Maybe I can change the color of this one, so maybe I will just simply select this and this and this. These are three shapes that I want to convert into one. So what do I want to do? I want to weld them together. So this is what I do. I come to this tool here and then I weld them together. Alright, so now guess what? They are welded. They are one shape now, which is one of the nicest things about CorelDRAW. Okay, so it's one shape now. I can use my pick tool, color pick tool, eyedropper, select the color that I want, and then immediately the paint packet shows up and I can drop it in there, and everything becomes the same color. Voila. Now I want a different color here, so let's undo that. I want this one to have a different color. I want it to be gray, I think. So what I'm going to do is I can simply just turn it gray right now, you know, it's cool as well. Or I could come to this tool here. When I press and hold here, I will have these two options. Smart Fill tool, this is the one I'm looking for. I can just drop it here and voila, it creates a smart fill where it takes that shape, okay, which is an awesome tool, very, very nice tool, and that's what I'm looking for. And then we change its color there, we remove the outline, on this one too. So voila. Okay, so we have this and that, wonderful. We can easily just give it two different colors. I don't know, I think I'm going to just use one color. Let's select, I've already chosen the color, it's going to be one of these colors. So let's just stick with that color then. Here's what I'm going to do. This shape is separate and so is this one. So I want them to be welded together. So I'm going to select both of them and I'm going to weld them. And then voila, they are welded, you see? But they have these funny shapes at the end. We will fix that now. But right now they're both welded, so I can give them one color, which is awesome. I can change the colors too later if I want. And let's remove the outline and see what happens. We still have these strange corners here. That's very easy. All we can come here, we just double click here to remove it, double click to remove that. So we can even remove this if we like. In this particular case, yes, we are okay doing it like this. Voila. So we're just going to do the same thing with the rest of them. Select both, weld tool and color, select both, weld tool and color. Alright, now we check the outline, remove the outline, check the corners. This one, same thing as before. All you need is to come to this tool, the shape tool, alright, and then double click to remove, double click to remove. This one is acting funny, but we'll see, we'll fix it. You see it has done some funny things now. Not to worry much, it's because of this thing. We can always fix it with CorelDRAW, it's not a big deal. There you are. Let me just create an outline here so I can see what I'm doing and make this clean. Make it do have no color filling it. There we are. We drag it closer to that and we sort it, and we do the same thing here. Let's see. Okay, let's just remove this, remove that, and that, and that. Voila. So that one is sorted too. Bring it the color there. Okay, and then remove the outline. Do the same here. It's supposed to, but it's not. One of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to create a space here. Okay, more space anyway. Maybe make it bigger. Okay, so and then voila, we've got our logo. We can just simply go back to this one I made earlier, ungroup it. I want to copy this text, duplicate, and I'm going to bring it down here. Let's just make it gray or whatever. And you see it's capped. You can always make it straight by simply going to text, straighten text, and voila, it's now straight. Okay, so we just simply add that there and add that there and remove this. So this one seems to still have an outline. You just have to right click on the empty box there to remove the outline. Now this and that is not the same color. Not even make it black. Yeah, let's make it black. Alright, so we have our logo, right there. Let's just select both things here and press C again to align them. C will align things together. So if I want these, and then I want this to be aligned to this, I press Shift, and then I press C to align it. So let's make it. Okay, let's just change this all together, make it smaller. Change the text. What's it? Century Gothic. And then make it bold. And we can come to this tool here, shape tool again, to make the text appear to have spaces in between. Okay, to space the text nice evenly. And maybe we can make the color lighter gray. Doesn't work. Okay, so we have something like that. Alright. Just a little more space in between. There you go. Alright, so that's the second logo. And that's it for today. Thank you.